Five women, real lives, real talk. Welcome to Charcuterie and Conversations, the Board Squad podcast, where the board is set, the beverages are poured, and we are showing up for you and for each other. Pull up a seat. You are right on time.
Hi, welcome to Charcuterie and Conversations with the Board Squad. I am Summer, and I am joined today by my lovely host, Delise and Anna. And today we're going to talk about things Mama never said. But before we do, we're going to get into this yummy charcuterie board.
Oof.
Anna?
Oh, yes. So
Yum.
today we have a lot of deliciousness
Looks good.
on the board. So there are 3 cheeses. The first one is that maple and whiskey soaked
Which one is this? Is that
Gouda.
that one?
Yes, that's the one underneath the rosemary. So
Mhm.
I love a Gouda. And then I picked up another wine infused cheese at the farmer's market. That's the cheddar.
I see
And
it.
it's got an infused red. And then the third cheese is a cow's cheese, but it's a soft cheese
Mhm.
with Tuscan herbs. So
Okay.
that's
That's the
yummy.
one here on the end.
Mhm. In the middle, we have a little Sicilian olive tapenade. So that's
yum.
delicious. And the oil is also a Tuscan herb infused oil that I picked up from a little shop in Santa Barbara
Oh,
called
yum.
La Oliva.
That's dope.
We have prosciutto, Genoa salami, and then the little baguettes, they're toasted with butter, yum.
Yum.
And then you can kind of dip it and create layers, which we love layers.
We do love a
Yes.
layer.
Yes, and grapes. Yeah,
Yum.
Mm.
Well,
Yes,
it
palate.
looks really good.
I know.
Good, wholesome num-nums for this conversation that we're going to get into.
Yes.
Which is gonna
Can't
be
wait.
serious.
Yes.
So, Mama never said. So, I was
Mhm.
talking to Delise trying to figure out how the heck, where do you even start?
Because there's so many
There's
things
so
that
much.
Mama never
There's
said.
There's so much.
I love
will-
my mama, but my God.
I was going to start with, listen, we understand that some of y'all have wonderful moms
Yes.
who did all the things. That is not what we're talking about today. We're talking about what Mama never said.
Yes.
And 2, I wanted to point out, I get that some people are like, well, what about dad? We are not talking about dad today.
Not today.
It is just about Mama. So
I appreciate that.
I just wanted to put that out there before we start. So one of the things that came up for both of us,
Mm.
and I don't know about you, Anna,
Yeah.
but was sex.
Oh my gosh. There was what did my mom say about sex?
Don't do it.
Don't do it. It was a fear that if you have sex, you'll be kicked out of the house, you'll get pregnant.
Girl.
So much misinformation between the layers of no information and the misinformation that she was giving me. I had to sort it out and figure out what
How
was
did you
true.
sort that out? Because I don't.
Girl, thank God for some biology classes and books because I had the
Thank God
library.
she was going to be a doctor.
I had the library because nobody was talking about sex.
No,
Yeah.
not
In the
in a
80s,
healthy
yes,
way.
No.
Yeah, my mom's advice was a little crazy.
What'd she
gave
tell
me
you?
one piece of
boy.
advice.
What'd she say?
She said, when you have sex for the first time, make sure it's someone you don't really care about
Oh my gosh.
so that you don't fall in love with them and ruin your life.
Oh my gosh.
Because if
But what
you
if the
love
one you
that
don't know
person, because
gets you
if you
sprung?
love that person, we'll talk about that. But because if you love that person and you give them your virginity, and they turn out to be a bad person, you may never be able to let go of your feelings for them.
Oh my gosh. Such misinformation.
She was speaking from her
own trauma.
personal
From her own trauma.
experience and
Yes.
trauma.
Yeah, I didn't
Yes.
get a lot of conversations about that. I think it was mostly if you get pregnant, you might get kicked out of the house.
I got that.
Well,
Uh,
that was normal.
Yeah. Yes.
Don't do it.
yes.
You should wait. But then there was never like a wait when, wait why.
I was going to
wait,
ask you, was there an age?
No.
Oh,
It was like when you're an adult.
indefinite.
Like when you're an adult, but it's like, when I'm in a like
Yeah,
what
I
Is that
think-
18? Is
yeah.
that 21?
It's when you're married. Like in my house, it
Oh.
was,
it was
always
not when I'm married. That
marriage
was not
like the
specified.
North
Because
Star.
that's religious.
Yeah, that's religious. But it was also, to be honest, it was a misnomer because a lot of people were living in dysfunctional marriages
Yes, yes.
under the illusion that marriage was going to be the great savior.
Yes.
And it's not. So again, another misinformation that we
Absolutely.
need to clear up.
I mean, I think in growing up in South Central, the idea that there was a lot of teen pregnancy.
Yes.
So the fear
Same
is
in the Bronx.
I don't want
Fair.
you to be one of those women,
Statistics.
one of those girls who's a statistic.
Correct.
I want you to go to college. I want
Girl,
you to do all the
yes.
things. I get it. But
Right.
there was some things that, healthy sexual boundaries, how
Yeah.
to be comfortable with
Right.
sex with the partner.
Absolutely.
All the things.
Things to look out for.
Things to look out for, like, for example, it was like, don't do it. But, the thing is that there's a part of sex that's enjoyable,
Yes.
that's important, that's connecting, that's not all negative. And so there
Right.
was too much negativity
yeah.
with sex, but it didn't stop me
It didn't stop
from
anybody.
busting it wide open.
And it's not only South
saying.
Central. It's not only South Central. Even in Rhode Island, my high school had a nursery in it because that's how much teen
Oh,
pregnancy
wow.
was a thing.
That's deep.
Right, because after the 70s, after women's liberation, then we had birth control, but then the access to birth control and contraception was something
limited.
that nobody ever talked about it either.
Yeah.
So that's why you
Then
see
Planned Parenthood
Yes,
came to our neighborhoods.
yes, that's-
That's wild.
it's all the things, girl. It's full circle.
Yeah. I wish I would have gotten some more information on what to do after you have your first experience.
I would have liked before, during, and after. That would
yes,
have been wonderful.
Yes, I
That's
agree.
fair.
And
That
to
would have been
normalize
wonderful.
it, that having sex in a relationship is important.
And
Yes.
that your pleasure is important.
It matters.
Yes.
Because all we get, right? Oh, back then, all we got was you got to figure out how to please a man. You got to make sure he's happy.
Yes.
I didn't get that.
You got to work on your technique so that he's happy.
I didn't get none of that. It was none of it.
Well, I didn't get it from my mama.
I didn't get it on the side conversations
Did you
either.
get it from your
Oh.
girlfriends?
I got it from girlfriends.
Yeah.
I got it from some cousins who were out there, you know,
Yes.
doing their thing a little early.
Yes.
I mean, there was a cousin who she'll remain nameless, but my dad entrusted her to watch me one night when he was out because my dad still liked to be out in the streets partying. And she knew he had a porn collection.
Oh, Lord.
She knew he had a porn collection.
The
And she came over and she was like, okay, so
The 80s
tonight,
were wild.
she was like, we're going to make some popcorn. I'm going to watch a movie. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited.
The
Which one? Are we
80s
going to watch Star Wars? What are we going to
The
watch?
80s were wild. I think all of us came upon some
Oh, girl.
Listen.
I mean, I don't even want to admit it might not have been the 80s.
Oh.
But she was like, everybody in my high school is talking about this movie called Deep Throat. And I want to see if your
What?
dad has it. And so, of course, my dad had it
Deep throat.
in his secret collection that was behind a curtain. I don't know why she knew.
How did she
How
know?
did she know?
I don't
How did she
know.
know?
I
This
don't
is
know.
hilarious.
we will sniff out some things as kids.
And she put it in and she was like, we're going to watch this. And I sat there and I was just like,
Oh, my God.
but
I don't even want to know how old you were.
I didn't use those techniques right away, but I did learn some things that night.
So
I learned some things.
that is hilarious.
Okay.
We had neighbors that didn't invest in curtains. So my mom worked the second shift, which is 3 to midnight.
Get
Yeah.
your curtains
And then
in.
everybody,
The-
please get your curtains. Make sure you're stand in your living room.
Blackout curtains.
So my neighbors didn't have curtains. So, my brother and I, we didn't know. Like, we were teenagers.
Yeah.
We didn't know, like, what people did when they come
Yeah.
home. Like, we were doing homework and eating food, eating chips,
And you're
watching
just like, what is happening?
whatever,
Right.
watching Hulk, whatever's on TV.
the Hulk,
And then
WWF.
I know, WWF. And then our neighbors would be getting it in. And so we would be watching at the door, at the window. And we're like, they're doing it. And we would watch until the finish. And that was kind of my
Until
first
the finish.
introduction.
And so since Mama didn't teach you,
I know.
you got the lesson somewhere
I got
else.
the lesson.
Because
was
I
like,
got the
oh.
lesson from Luke Skywalker and hearing all that stuff blast on radios. And let me tell you, you were going to learn something about intimacy, and it
Lord.
was not going.
Wait, you mean Uncle Luke?
Uncle Luke.
Oh,
Oh, shoot.
wow.
She
True
said
Live.
Luke Skywalker. I
That's-
was
I
like,
mean,
wait
sorry,
a
that's
minute,
what I
Star
called him.
Wars.
He called
I
himself
was like,
that.
wait a minute. What
He called
I
him
was
that.
like, what's Mark
He
Hamill
called
doing?
himself that in some of the songs.
Oh.
But Two Live Crew was first before him,
Two
and
Live Crew
Yes.
was
that
off
was
the chain.
some of my introduction to intimacy and stuff. And it's like, that's what you taking
Yeah.
into the future.
Yeah.
I
So
know.
yeah, it now it's like when I talk to my daughter, I give her little bits by little bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't want her to be. Some conversations are
Confused.
very uncomfortable. I get it. I tell her, listen, if you can't have this conversation,
Mhm.
you're not ready.
Right.
And so we just little bit by little bit
And
expose
she's
her.
12, right?
She's 12.
Okay.
Yeah. Does she
Because
have crushes? Because my daughter
She has crushes.
yeah.
She's had them since she was little.
Which is normal.
And
So-
now it's like some people don't want to have these conversations with their 12-year-olds.
Right.
I guarantee you someone's having this conversation with your 12-year-old.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So-
You got to get ahead of it.
You got to get ahead of it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
prior to intimacy, just relationships.
Oh, God.
That's another thing. I mean, I
It
feel
was a shit show.
we need like three episodes.
It was a shit show.
It was a
It-
shit show because you didn't know what was normal because they never talked about anything. My mom never talked about
You
anything.
saw their relationships.
Mine was it was negative talk.
Yeah.
It was negative from my mother.
And did you think
about
that
my
was
father.
normal? Did you think that was normal?
That's all I knew.
See, that's all you knew. See?
So my mom did not date. She did not. I didn't see her interact with men, and I get it. For her, she was like, "I'm protecting you from seeing men come in and out of my
right,
house."
Right.
That was her mindset.
right,
Right.
Appreciated. But the other side of that is, I didn't see you interacting with any kind
At
of male
all.
in an intimate way. So
Yeah.
by the time I started dating, it was very awkward, weird. I was very angry and mean.
Yeah,
Didn't
you were
know
trying to
how
figure it
to
out.
connect to the opposite sex. I just didn't.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's very honest, but it makes sense from the background. Same thing with my mom. I think my dad died. My mom got older, got married later in life, and I feel like it was a very I mean, it wasn't, I know they had love at some point, but my dad had so many kids outside of the nuclear family
Okay.
Mhm.
that I think my mom just resented him, and she never shared that with us. And I wish
Got it.
she had told me that, because then I started meeting my brothers and I was like, what? Wait, what? And you could
You were
you
trying to
could have
figure it
just
out.
you could have just normalized that and just said, your
Yeah.
dad has other kids.
Yeah.
We're together now and this is what it is. And just been honest, but none of that
Yeah.
ever happened. So
I feel like women back then though, they just hunkered down. They just pushed all the things down,
They were.
and they would, and I hate to say they soldiered through, because it almost makes it sound like honorable and noble, because it's not.
it's so
Right? Like,
it's
it's
so
so damaging and
dysfunctional.
dysfunctional. But I feel like
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
the norm.
I mean, I was
Like, you just
as
sucked it up.
As I
They
was
sucked it
putting like trying to figure out what to talk about, I was like, it sounds like our moms were fatigued, stressed,
1,000%.
and these conversations were like the last thing on their mind. Like
That's
I
fair.
don't listen. We just trying to get through the day. And so
Yes.
I recognized, like, there was that whole push for single moms and all this stuff. And kudos, because my mom was a single mom, but
Yeah.
it's not, to me, I don't think it was the healthiest thing for women during that time to
That's
soldier
right.
through alone and say, I can do this alone. Sure, you can do this alone, but you don't have to, and you shouldn't have to take on the brunt of all the stress and fatigue, because things fall through the crack.
Yeah.
And it's
Right.
clearly these things fell through the crack.
It's all a
Yeah.
coping mechanism. Like
Yeah.
that, like silent and not discussing it was all their coping mechanism, because they really didn't know how to deal with it. Like these things, sex, broken homes, infidelity, finances,
Yes.
poor communication in a relationship. So when they didn't know how to deal with it, they just didn't talk about it. And to be fair, they didn't have Oprah, they didn't have social media, they didn't have like bookshelves, like books, tons of books.
The
And their
libraries
mothers
were there.
probably weren't open
Oh,
with them either.
absolutely.
Absolutely
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Speaking of finances,
Oh, girl.
my mom didn't teach me about finances. It was, I don't recall. Maybe she said once, save some money. Don't spend all your money. I think that was it. But let me tell you, when I got to college, they gave this one a credit card.
That was
Oh,
a mistake.
yeah.
They gave us all a credit card. That was a mistake.
I
18-year-old.
went to town. I was
Yes.
a wealthy woman at that point, and I was going to shop like a wealthy woman.
Yes.
A hot mess.
I got my hair done every week with that credit card.
Did you?
They had the nerve to have a hair salon on
campus? It was like a $40 blowout.
Took that card right from the kiosk and right up to the salon.
And boom.
Let me tell you, I'm so thankful that my aunt, I got a card for, I think it was $30K. It's a college student.
Oh my gosh.
And my aunt said,
that's criminal.
Setup.
my aunt
That's
said,
criminal.
don't you let the girl have that card. Thank you, Auntie, for
Yeah.
stopping the
Yeah.
foolishness and
Yes.
shenanigans. Because who would have been out in them streets?
Yes.
It's me.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh, 1,000%.
30K.
I thought they were, she said, no, we are not joking. You got a card in the
You
mail.
have no assets.
I had no assets.
But the interest.
And rare.
This is-
like,
this is-
much
I didn't know nothing
income.
about no interest, and
also interest. Like, just think about this is just a setup for failure.
Oh, it's a setup.
Down the line, you're going to have a huge balance.
I
You
did
can't.
fail on-
You
I-
can't pay off.
Yeah.
Your credit score is going to go down right
my
at a
credit
point
score was
when
horrible.
You need it most.
You need it most. You're building your credit. You're a young professional. You need to make big purchases. Maybe you're going to rent an apartment or you're going to get a car, something like that. And this is when they're dangling all these like little jewels in front of
Yes.
you.
Yeah.
It's criminal. It's criminal.
And our parents, well, my mom didn't teach me that.
Yeah.
So
My mom did tell me. She did tell me because I
God
guess
bless your mother.
she did tell me. She's like, these are credit cards. She's like, this is not real money. And that stayed with me. She's like, credit is not real money.
That's great.
She's like, what you pay is going to be double. Go, this is a scam. I guess it's like, she was just like, this is a scam.
I
Do
love
not
that,
believe
though.
the man.
I love that.
She was always like, never live but
Don't believe the
beyond
man.
your means. She always told me that, like, never live beyond your means. And I was like,
love
okay,
that.
that kind of stayed with me. Yeah.
So we could be on finances all
I mean,
day.
it could be.
But one of the more important ones that stood out to me was the one about female relationships.
Ooh,
Cultivating healthy relationships with women.
Yes.
girl.
So my mom does not socialize.
Yes.
She talks to her sisters. And so I never really experienced how two women have for example, we go out, our kids see
Yes.
us going, I'm going to hang out with the girls. I will
right.
be back when I'm back.
That's
Right.
right.
They see us going to each other's homes. They see
Right.
us,
Normalizing.
all of that stuff. I didn't grow up seeing that.
Yeah.
And I could rarely bring friends over.
I think that was cultural.
Was
It
it?
really wasn't.
Was it?
No, because I had a ton of friends who could bring people to their houses and they would invite me
Okay.
over all the time.
I went to all my
Their
friends'
house would be-
homes.
I mean, even just to hang out after school.
Hangout is fine. Sleepovers were not allowed in my house. I know
Sleepovers
that.
were
Yeah.
no, but I'm
Yeah.
talking just like going
Hang
Just
out.
just
yeah.
just hang
homework
out.
after school.
Yeah.
You could just even hanging
Come
out.
over
Like
for a sandwich.
I get it. Our neighborhood was dangerous. So my mom had a little bit of fear of I don't want anybody's child coming over
Ah.
here and things happening. But then we moved.
Yeah.
Right. And she still kept the same rule.
And then it was like, why are these people in my house? And
okay.
interestingly enough, she bought a couch
Mm.
that was really uncomfortable.
So people wouldn't sit. That's
So
gangsta.
people wouldn't stay.
Wow.
And I remember that couch was really uncomfortable. The fabric was bad and the
Hilarious.
comfort was bad.
Oh my gosh. That's hilarious.
And I'm pretty sure she mentioned that's why she bought that couch.
Yeah.
Coping mechanisms. I mean, these are all strategies instead of just talking about the reason why people don't want young kids over their house. It could be fear of embarrassment, just financial status. There's
Mhm.
multiple reasons, but all we saw was that this behavior aligned with this. And so we're still confused. We still have questions. Nothing got solved. But again, I think it's just like a coping mechanism that's, not adjusted properly.
And I think it requires us today to be more on top of that kind of thing,
Yes.
of paying attention, checking ourselves when we're not talking about things or falling into habits that are their
Parents,
habits.
Yes.
All the things that no one told us to do we've been pretty fortunate and wise and smart enough to figure out, okay, there's a book, there's a this, there's that, and then we
Right.
do it, So
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
I
very
mean, this
smart.
conversation, I didn't
So-
even get to all the things on the card. So
Do you have one more thing?
do I have one
What do
more
you
thing? No, because
have?
we're out of time.
I know we're out of time, but I always want to keep going.
I know,
know.
but we
It's
can't.
never long enough.
It's never long
never
enough.
long
I
So
know.
there's a lot of things on this list. So, we appreciate you being with us. When you are watching this podcast, leave your comments. You can leave your little rude comments. I'm going to try not to comment.
They ain't leaving no rude comments.
Some of y'all are.
It's supportive. It's all
But we
love.
appreciate you. We love you. We hope you join us for our next podcast and
Yes.
follow us on all of our social media outlets. Click, 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 click. Follow us, interact. We love to hear from you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.